class. My name is Chris. I'm the fitness professional down here in Houston, Texas. Today, I will be leading us through 20 minutes of mobility work. But if you'll take a look at your screens, you'll notice that we do have that Mobility Matters program still going on for a few more weeks. It kind of just touches on the importance and the advantages of utilizing mobility work, as well as gives you some tips and tricks on how to kind of incorporate that into your existing routine, as well as through the month of March. For the rest of the month, we're going to still be touching on hydration and give you some tips and tricks to stay hydrated. I know when it's not super hot outside, I struggle to get enough water myself. So that's definitely something that I've been learning to utilize a little bit as well. Okay. Let me stop sharing this. Let me highlight myself here, and then we will get to mobilizing. Okay. So like I said in the chat before class, all we're going to need today is a mat. I'm going to go ahead and take my shoes off just because I like to do without my shoes, uh, and a wall. We're going to go ahead and start with working on the wall. So keep it nice and simple. Let me make sure I got the wall in my photos. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to sit down pretty close to the wall, and we're gonna have our feet up on the wall. So I'm gonna get my butt kind of close to the wall here and have my feet up. You don't want to be right up against it, right? I'm about a good 10 inches away from the wall. I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is lay flat on our back, try to relieve some of that pressure on our back and hips here, and we're just going to pull this foot out towards us and bring it back. All right, nice and easy. I'm gonna go with my right foot a handful of times before I transition over to that left foot. Just mobilizing hip flexors here, loosening up some of the musculature in the back of the leg here. It tends to get tight with sitting in a desk all day. Keep breathing through this. A couple more reps here, and then we'll transition to that other side. Okay. Now, same thing with I'm gonna go to my left foot here. Both legs straight, pulling up towards you. Try to keep those hips planted on the ground, all right? So I'm not like pushing my hips up off the ground like this. So I'm making sure my right heel staying in contact with the wall, and I'm bringing the left one towards me here. Nice and control, right? We're not moving super fast. I definitely don't want anyone to kick a hole in their wall. More reps here. We're going to go back and just do a few more reps on the right side and then back to this left side before moving to the next move here. Okay, we'll just do 3 to 5 on the right side before moving to the next thing. There we go. Moving a little more fluid here. They're warming it up. And back to the left. Throwing fuzz from my socks onto myself. Okay, we're gonna stay in this position here. But what I'm gonna do now is keep my left leg straight, and I'm gonna make a figure 4 here. So my right ankle is on just above my left knee. All right. So if you have shoes on, I would pick my foot up and then place it on the wall here. If you have socks on, you can drag the foot down the wall here without worrying about making marks. All right. So I'm gonna extend and drag it down, nice and easy. All right. And I'm trying to keep my hips in contact with the ground. Not super successfully, but that's what I'm attempting to do here. Really stretching out the outside of the hip here. There we go. Okay, so when I drag my foot down this time, I'm gonna stay in this position, and what I'm gonna do is push this knee away from me, all right? So the leg that is up propped on the other leg, I'm going to push that knee away from me, opening up the hip a little bit more here. Get it out one more time and bring it back and push that knee down again. Okay, release. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this opposite side here. So my right foot is planted against the wall. My left ankle is right above that right knee. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. Again, if I have shoes, lift the foot away from the wall. Ooh, I'm a little tighter on this left side.
Ah,
Or if you have socks on, you can go ahead and just drag that foot down the wall without making marks.
okay.
Yeah, nice, slow. And when we're dragging this leg against the wall, we're gonna bring it down to about a 90-degree angle in the knee. Or I'm not bringing it all the way down here, right? And again, try, keyword, to keep those hips on the ground here. I'm struggling on this side a little bit. So I tend to hold more tension at my left side. Okay, on this next rep, we're gonna pause at the bottom here and push this knee away from us. Ooh, there we go. Okay, let that leg go back up. Bring it back down and push that knee out one more time. Okay. Oof. And release. We can dismount from the wall as gracefully as we can here. And then we're going to go into just a regular seated position. Okay. So I have a yoga block here. You can use a bottle of water. You don't have to use anything. I just like to use a little cue to make sure I'm picking my legs up here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean back on my hands and I'm going to do just a single leg up and over, right? So I'm going to go up and I'm going to open that leg out to about 40 degrees ish, all right? And I'm going to bring it back in. Left leg, excuse me, staying flat on the ground, right leg staying straight, but we're really opening those hips up. Couple reps here, nice and controlled. Remember, this leg is staying straight ahead of us. This leg is doing the work. This other leg here. Foot stuck on my sock. If your balance is a little better than mine here, you can try to not use your hands. Definitely working a little harder here to not use my hands. Couple more reps here.
One,
Keep breathing.
3,
Last rep. Oof. Oh yeah, that's working. If you have a block or a bottle of water or something to use as a cue, go ahead, switch sides here. I'm placing it right on the outside of my left foot. Same thing here, up and over and back. Nice control. Again, if you feel like you have a little bit more limited mobility on one side than the other, that's normal. I'm experiencing that myself. If you couldn't tell from my labored breathing. We're going very back and hip focused today. So I know sitting down a lot tends to get the back of our legs and hips kind of tight, which pulls on our back. It makes our back tight as well. Pretty common thing we deal with as a society today. So we're just gonna battle that a little bit with some of these moves. One more rep here.
oh,
Put that yoga block out the way here. Same thing here. I'm gonna stay in a seated position. I'm gonna go ahead and cross my right leg over my left. My right foot is planted right on the outside of my left knee. Okay. So right leg up. I'm gonna take my left elbow, place it on that right knee, and rotate to my right. All right. I'm using this elbow to press against this knee to keep my hips squared forward while I rotate my shoulders to the right. A nice rotation through the spine here. Loosen up some of that mid to low back here since we worked on the hips and hamstrings a bit. Okay, release. Straighten that leg out. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side here. And we're gonna do one more rep, both directions after this for you. Oof. Same thing as on this side, right? We're gonna place our left foot right on the outside of our right knee, right elbow on the left knee, and rotate to the left. Okay, release back the other direction here. And I'm not sure how this camera angle is working, but I'm definitely using my hand to lean back on for a little bit of support here. I'm not trying to fall. And I want to get a nice big rotation here. These one more time to that opposite side here. Woo, and release. Okay, we're gonna get back to the hips here. Okay, so staying in a seated position, I'm going to place my legs like so. All right, so I'm gonna put my knees, my feet on the ground directly in front of me, slightly wider than my body, my frame here, and I'm gonna drop both legs down to the left. All right, so both knees should be making a 90-degree angle, and we're gonna do 90-90 sways. All right, so 90 degrees, 90 degrees. We're gonna drop the legs up and over to the right. Oof, and then up and over to the left. Again, trying to keep the glutes and the hips in contact with the ground as we sway back and forth here. Just trying to work on those hips just a little bit more here. There we go. And again, I'm leaning back on my hands as a little bit of support. I definitely have some colleagues that are, let me try to attempt the more mobile version, keeping the body upright. There we go. Go back and forth a couple more times. Yeah, I'm definitely using my arm as support here. That was tough. All right, I'm gonna drop my knees to the right now, and I'm gonna leave them right here. Okay, so from this position, we're gonna transition into like a seated. Watch that, I was talking to her. We're gonna transition to a seated figure four position. So I'm gonna go ahead and tuck my right leg up and lay my left leg straight. Okay. So if I'm looking down at my legs, they're making a number four. Okay. So using my hands as support, I'm going to swing this left leg out and back while leading this leg planted. All right. So just watch this real quick. We're going to swing it around as far back as we can get it and then bring it back. Okay. That's where we're at. We're a handful of reps here. Let's work on this left side. All right. Bring it back. And I'm trying not to drag it across the ground. I'm lifting it up and setting it on the ground at the end of the motion here. There we go. Keep working. Couple more reps to this side. Okay, last rep coming right here.
Oh.
Yeah, these are a little tough. Okay. Whew. Once you get back to the starting position where your legs are making that 4, we're going to set up the same way on the other side, all right? So straighten out that right leg, tuck that left leg under. Again, this leg is under this leg. It's just making a 4. Okay, I'm gonna slide to my left a little bit so I don't kick the chair here. And we're doing the exact same thing here. So keep that leg tucked up. I'm gonna use my hand as some support and then up and out. Back to the front. Getting as big of a sweep as we can get here. So it's tough. Those glutes and hamstrings and hips tend to get a little bit tight throughout the day. This is where we combat it a little bit. Couple more reps here. This rep. Okay. Now we're gonna move into a quadruped position. So we're gonna go on all 4s here. Okay. Whew, those hips were working. All right, so from this position, we're gonna go all 4s here, and we're just gonna thread the needle, okay? So I'm gonna reach with my right hand between my left leg and right left arm and right leg, excuse me. Drop that elbow and shoulder down, nice big rotation. Hold for just a moment. And we're gonna come back neutral. We're not even gonna open this one all the way up, all right? We're gonna advance it just a little bit after a couple reps. Same thing here, drop that, slide that hand and arm through as far as you can. Drop that elbow and shoulder down, nice rotation. I'm back neutral. All right, one more time on this side. Keep breathing. And back to neutral, all right? Get yourself set up, nice and stable. I'm doing the same thing opposite side here, right? So I'm doing my left hand, sliding through my right arm and left leg. To neutral. Again. If you can only get your elbow down, that's fine. If you can go all the way down to your shoulder, let's push it there. You shouldn't be pushing into pain, but it's not going to be the most comfortable thing, really expanding this mobility, this range of motion here. All right, one more time. Okay. So we're going to take this tabletop position we're in here. We're going to elongate it just a little bit. All right. So I'm going to walk my hands up just a little bit further. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place my right foot right on the outside of my right hand here. All right. So I'm swinging it up and over. All those hip mobility exercises should be coming in handy right here. And then what I'm going to do is I can stay in this position. If I want to go a little deeper into a stretch here, I'm going to straighten that leg out. All right. Stay down where you can come up here, all right? Either way, whatever position you decide to be in, if my right leg is forward, I'm going to take my right elbow. I'm going to drive it towards the ground, really rotating beneath those shoulder blades, and then opening it up. Hand to the sky. All right, drive that elbow back down. One more time on this side, and then open it up. Bring the hand back down, neutral position, drop that knee, swing that leg out, pick that other leg up. If you want to get that back leg extended, go ahead and do that. And same thing on this side. So my left leg forward, my left elbow is driving down. Open it up. One more time. Go, pick it back up. Bring that hand down into a plank position, up to your feet. And that's all I got for mobility today. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Woo! I hope it helped you as much as it helped me. Hey, y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, good work
Thank
today.
you.
Thank
you,
y'all.
Chris.
Thank you.